It's a happy corner.
Hey,
How old was her kid?
Her kid was probably like 16 or 17.
Okay, old enough to know you wanted to fuck his mom.
There's a picture where they were all like playing a role, like, I don't know, when everybody dresses up, like back in the old church days, is it Easter, right? They church up in those characters. He was dressed up as somebody, right? And I remember I took a picture from the pew, and if you zoom in, you see his face. He's like staring at me. If I can find it, I'll send it to you. He's staring at me with this dirty look, like sitting next to his mom, like this piece of shit.
This piece of shit, look at him. And she ain't gonna give you none either, bitch.
Just to verify, you never fucked her.
No. What happened was she went out of town for work a few times, and I still went that Sunday to church because I started seeing people I knew. They're like, "Oh, Jhovany, you go to church now? You come here?" I was like, "Yeah, sure." So I didn't want the one Sunday she didn't go. I didn't want to make it seem like, "Oh, this is pretty obvious. He's coming for this girl." So I went that Sunday by myself. Right? I went that Sunday by myself. I went that Sunday by myself to church, and she was, and then like a week or two later, she was out of town, so she didn't go those 2 Sundays. And when she got back, I didn't realize she was there, and I was sitting there, and I remember, like, you know how they make you stand up and down at church?
Yeah.
So when I was sitting down, I bumped somebody's head, and I was like, "What the hell?" And it was her dude. It was her man, and then she was sitting next to him, and they were in the pew behind me, and I was like, "All right, fuck this." So that was the last time I ever went. I was like, what am I doing?
You finished it out, though? You finished out the rest of it?
So, all right, what were the sermons about, at least?
The sermons weren't bad. Okay, I actually enjoyed the sermons. You talked about, like,
that's how they get you.
People.
She wasn't trying to date you. She wasn't trying to indoctrinate you. She was the person that pulled you in. It was like,
that's what you do.
Yeah.
That's
what
your
the
job.
double agents do, right? The spies, they use their pussy to fucking try to get information or get you whatever they're trying to do. She was she was a spy.
And she got your amp. Huh? That was a twofer. She had you going to church.
Yeah, she got you for the long con. You thought you were getting it.
Remember when that guy tried to fight me at Josephine's? That old man? Were you guys there?
Oh yeah, I remember that.
What that story I was telling about was when I went to that church that one time, and I was a little bit high on cocaine. Because the night before, like when I first started going to church, the night before, I went to a bar, met some girl, slept with her, and I was at this hotel with this girl, but it's like I didn't want to stay up. It was the first night I was going to go to the church, and I didn't want to like look all hungover or anything like that. So after I was done with I don't want to call her floozy, with this lady I was with at a hotel, I was like, look, we got to.
Did you pay for it?
No, that's the one. Did you ever hear the one about the dookie?
You know what? I don't know if I want to go. I don't think I want to go.
Yeah. If you want, we can go back to it. It doesn't matter. But anyways, I didn't pay for it. I met her. Actually, I used to produce a show in Waukegan, and she was friends with the owner of that bar. And I saw her. I was like, oh. And I was with some other girl. That's a whole different thing. There's a lot to unpack there. But basically, I didn't want to look hungover because I was like, I'm very low sleep because I was with the other girl. So I was like, you know what? I was in the parking lot of the church. I was like, I'll just do a little bump. Right. And I was like, and I did it. And I was like, man, am I awake enough? I do a little bit more than I did a little bit too much. I was all high in the front pew. And I was, man, everybody knows I'm high. Is my mouth moving?
That's the next Tyler Perry play, high in the front pew.
And I remember I was all paranoid and high, and I was like, fuck, dude. And I remember seeing the priest or the sermon guy. I forgot. It's not a priest. It was a Christian church. It was my first time being to a Christian church, it was weird to me because people sing and cry in the beginning and it gets all weird. And then the sermon is good. And then I'm used to Catholic church where everything's like, but it was weird for me.